Wow. Can you imagine if I did an art stream? It's probably only going to be 3 hours long. If it's 4 hours long, I'll have stayed up to midnight. And as we all know, I've never once stayed up to midnight in my entire life. Oh, hey, that's good news. The past two streams I put up the VODs of are now... They're going. They're almost done. They took a long-ass time to upload because one of them's 9 hours long. A completely normal length. I can't believe we had that 9-hour drawing stream and then a 3-hour drawing stream and then a 9-hour Hollow Knight stream. The two only 9-hour streams happened within days of each other. How did I even manage to make that drawing stream 9 hours long, though? Like, actually. How did I do that? I'm gonna go crazy. I can't believe that stream was 9 hours long and we didn't finish it. I'm pretty sure Assets kept playing and still couldn't finish it. Okay. I need to do drawing for it to be a drawing stream, turns out. I'm gonna put on the not looking at chat sign. I'm gonna do the thing that I do with stuff. Gonna have a crunchy bit of ice live on stream. Gonna need to make this one's more. Gonna need to make get more water soon. I love water. It's really fucked up that some people never drink water because, like, how? It's so good. That's a weird thing to say, but it's so good. No, kill me. Okay, please, God, kill me. I can never have it open good when I start. Don't do that. Do that. I can never have it open good. I'm not allowed. Oh my God, I left my light on. I can never figure it out. The light is off. Hypothetically, now I can do it and not fuck up. This is pretty close. Okay. This one has a cat in it. This one's kind of hard for me, evidently. I love the word evidently. Makes you sound so fancy, and for some reason it comes so easy to my lips. It's just like a natural thing I say. I don't have to think about it. I just say that. Sometimes when I, like, immediately after reading a fantasy book, I'll start saying things like they do in the fantasy book, and I'll sound like I'm insane. I do that with Stormlight Archive a lot. I was watching an writing video from Hello Future Me earlier today, and he pointed out that Brandon Sanderson's prose is, like, just fine in a lot of the book, and I was like, wow. It's a good thing I'm not, like, an asshole who cares about how good the book is, or, like, how poetic it is. Person with great prose, though, my boy Patrick Rothfuss. Also from the Midwest, so we have a kinship in that manner. Cool Man wrote a couple of the best books ever written, which is to say he's only written 2 books, and they're both several of the best books ever written. Both of his books are really good. Silence of... whatever that one's called. A Silence of 7 Parts. That one's really good too, but it's a novella, not a book. It's like a great silence of many things or something like that. That's probably what it's called. Not gonna draw that one. That one was symmetrical, and I don't draw those because they suck. And then boob. This lady has like weird nipples that look like they're barely there at all for some reason. What's that? What his hair looks like? I'm watching a video of Terraria. Well, when I say watching, I mean listening, so not actually looking at it, because I'm drawing. And Terraria seems so fucking complicated. Like, so much more complicated than Minecraft. In Minecraft, it's like, I don't know, you can make, like, a sword or something, have fun. And in this one, it's like, here's 100,000 things you can do, and you can dig your way to hell. That was fast. I just also don't like how it looks as much. Like, it looks fine, but I don't really like small pixel art people, generally. I think it's just hard to make an appealing pixel art person small. I prefer it when they look realistic, which is, you know, hard to do when you're doing small pixel art. Good God, why does it look like this? Dude, why does it look like that? Even I can't draw fast. This lady isn't like one of those like classic pinup poses whenever like guy artists do it. They just like fuck it up super hard. But like her boobs actually look like they do in those pinups, which is wild. It doesn't look exactly real, to tell you the truth. Punch the screen. There we go. Should play Super Mario Galaxy 2 on stream. Once I play Elden Ring, I'll be free to do literally whatever I want all the time. Probably not going to be playing much Elden Ring this month if we get around to it though, because I have a lot of commissions to do, so yeah. Probably also not going to be streaming for a couple days because my grandparents are going to be here. So, you know, that's not going to help with me getting my commissions done. We have 13 to do by Christmas. I think at least 13. It might be more at this point. You never know. You know those artists who are like, oh, I have 3 commissions, that's too many? I'm like, oh, I have 3 commissions. Hit me with like 10 more of those, please. I could make this pose like a sexy woman pose, but it is an old man. It's one of the old guys. He has some hips on display though. One of the fun things about old guys is that they just like don't care about anything anymore. Old guys will just do like whatever they want, and then you just have to like deal with it because they're old. It's not like you can just be mad at them about it. They're old. I mean, that's also a big problem with old guys. But, you know, it's also kind of fun. It's fun when they use it, but not in a bad way. It's fun when, like, old guys are just, like, weird and old and not, like, bad and old, you know? This lady is, like, nearly doing a standing straight pose. We all know how I feel about those. Her hands are doing a weird thing. And like that, kind of. And her boobs are doing like that thing. And her hips are going like that. Her legs are going like this. Her vagina area is like really distinct for some reason. Not vagina area, vulva area. Like it's really sticking out. It's like doing that in the reference image. Which usually I don't think vulvas do. Correct me if I'm wrong, vulva experts. You know what, that's it. I did it. Her torso is too short, but that's fine. I'll live with it. I'll live to learn. Learn to live. Live to learn. And there's this lady and her hair that takes up like half the canvas. Every single one of her poses is just like weird in a new and different way. Usually it's that her proportions are crazy. Also like that in this one. Because her legs appear very small compared to the rest of her. I'm pretty sure it's just because of the perspective. I've talked about this like a dozen times probably. Yeah, that's good. That's correct. B button. B button. Why are my lips so dry is the question. Okay, then we have this lady who is doing a point. look like that. She's kind of a pretty lady. She might be a bit older than the average lady on here, I think. That's neat. Seen her in a couple of poses. Most of them she's kind of like scrunched up in a weird way. Not that I blame her for it. Kind of hard to do like static poses where they look normal. And then this one you can like see her vulva like between her legs kind of, which is a little weird because usually you can't. Usually they try to avoid showing vulva areas for some reason. I don't know why. B button is not on display. There's a nipple though. There we go. Art at its finest. These guys definitely aren't shy about showing penises. But vulvas, they're like, ew, vulvas are gross, boobs though. Penises, like, I think it's a common opinion that penises are like less gross than vulvas, but that's just like, it just doesn't seem real. Penises are pretty gross just in like what they do is the thing. Like, you're telling me that a penis like just like shoots liquid out. It just does that? That's gross. And it comes like out of your bowels? Ew. At the very least, they're like equally kind of disconcerting as vulvas. I'm saying this mostly like as a different person, because personally I don't find either gross, really. I mean, it's genitals. They're like other parts of your body, but in between your legs. Can you imagine having a part of your body that's between your legs and kind of needs to be weird because it's in a specific place? I mean, the reason vaginas look like they do, or vulvas look like they do, is because like they need to stay insulated and protected. They're really good at that. They're really good at staying insulated and protected at the cost of them looking kind of weird. They can keep shit out of them pretty well. And they need to like have some holes in there and be able to push a baby out. So there's a lot that they need to be doing. Just earlier I made a point about penises being kind of gross because like goo comes out of them. But like vaginas do push out whole ass babies, which is probably like more gross than, you know, penises. What penises have going out of them. Unless it's a kidney stone. Kidney stones are pretty gross. They're not supposed to have those do that though. It's also pretty gross that the human body is just like, oh yeah, problem, this. So just deal with that and die. It seems like it would be easier to surgically remove something like that, honestly. I mean, technically your body can push them out. It's like how sometimes you need a C-section to get a baby out, even if the baby would come out normally. One of the issues with humans is that we're just not very good at having a lot of babies. We're kind of designed to have like a couple of babies and then take care of them really good and then die. Whereas other animals, most other animals, are designed to have like a lot of babies and take care of them and hope a couple of them live to adulthood. Our babies were like, we want to have like a couple live to adulthood, but only have to start with a couple also. That's why we only have one baby at a time. We're like elephants in that way. Of course, like, what's gonna kill an elephant? Like, a tiger? No, well, tigers don't live in Africa, obviously. Like, a lion can't kill an elephant, and neither can, like, anything else, honestly. if you're an elephant, you're like, fine, except for if humans hunt you. If humans hunt you, you unfortunately don't really like have a way of dealing with guns. Like, you're an elephant. What are you gonna do about it? Other than like kill him. An elephant can always kill you. Like, if an elephant decides to kill you, I think you're just dead. Unless you have like fucking artillery. The thing about elephants, they're big, very big. May not have realized, elephants big. Even bigger than moose, which are too big already. Moose are terrifying in how large they are. I've seen like 2 moose in real life, and they're simply too large. They mustn't be that large, and yet they are. They're just effortlessly too big. And it's like, nothing could kill that is the issue that we're having. Nothing can kill that. Except for like a bear, if a bear really wanted to. But bears don't like eat a lot of meat generally, and that thing would be hard to take down even if you were a bear. And if an animal is hard to take down, generally a predator won't hunt them. Because predators want to live too, it turns out. And like, this is something I see mischaracterized a lot, actually. Where people are like, oh, a vicious predator who hunts until they die. As if it's like in an animal's best interest to like die rather than find easier prey and eat. Like an animal that was like starving to death and hunted until they died would be one thing, but an animal that was really good at hunting and hunted until they died would be a stupid animal. And a dead animal. So the idea that a really clever predator is one that like, it's like what Sun Tzu said with, like, you only set up fights that you can win. If you have a way of losing in the fight, you've already lost. The best general just engages in fights that he is certain he'll win. And that is also true for hunting when you're an animal. And hunting when you're a human, I suppose. We have the advantage of guns, though. It's not exactly like a contest when it's, you know, a human with a gun versus, like, a deer. Generally, the point of all this being, generally animals don't hunt things that they aren't, like, 100% certain they can kill. And if a thing is fighting back too hard, they're like, well, fuck it, and they just leave. Why is what I'm saying wild to you, Phantom? I'm back, by the way. I'm gonna watch Julia Souls. Why did I ever let you go? I don't want to listen to Gucci. By the way, I did recently read Art of War, so that's why I'm quoting Sun Tzu. Here's the thing, though. All of those things are related because they all exist in the real world. What's not clicking, fam? Those are all normal things to talk about. This is what conversations with me are like in real life, by the way. Like, whenever I sit down to do tuck time with my mom, which is where me and her sit in her bed, and Grizzly tucks himself in, whenever we have that, I'll look over at my mom and say, do you want to know a fun fact? And I always have a new fun fact every day. It's one of the things that's, like, probably, like, truly incredible about me, which is that I always have a fun fact to share. I am full of interesting facts. Brimming full, even. It's one of the things that I'm, like, truly, actually excellent at, which is telling interesting facts. Some of them suck, and sometimes they're not, like, facts about life. Sometimes they're, like, facts about me, like, do you want to know an interesting fact? This is what I did today. Sometimes I do that. Smeagol. I like how to kill the dragons, the guys in Dark Souls just went, let's destroy the entire planet. We'll say that's good. It doesn't need to be good. We'll say that's good. It's figure drawing. Oh, we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. What do we have next for the comms? We did Calvin's comm, I believe. Did we do Calvin's comm? We didn't do Calvin's comm. I'm fucking insane, dude. I can't believe we didn't do Calvin's comm. We're gonna have to do that now, then. We need Bobo. Gonna need some Bobo action in here. There he is. I can't believe we didn't do Calvin's comm. I'm out of control with not doing Calvin's comm. God, I have a lot of fucking things to do. This one's done, so we're just gonna say completed. God, I lot of fucking things to draw. I need to draw so many dogs. Good God. I need to draw so many fucking dogs. You know? You know how it is when you have to draw so many fucking dogs. I'm forgetting how to do things. There it is. There we go. That's done. We're doing Calvin's Com. Calvin Jarday, or whatever his name is. This is probably another Christmas one. I don't think he gave me a timeline on it. I do have a really good picture to go off of for the references, though. So we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna do that. We're just gonna do that. I'm gonna type so fast. It's a joke, I can't actually type that fast. Here's a fun fact. So this is the original gray I used for doing this. But the thing I would do was that I would grab like this from a previous drawing every time I did it. You may notice it's slightly lighter than the current version. That's because for the current version, I was like making sure it did this automatically so I didn't have to do it every single time. It just asked me to like pick a random color, so I tried to get as close to the one I usually use, and I ended up with one that's like slightly darker. So there's a fun fact for you. You put this in there. The fun thing about Photoshop is that you'll never learn how to do it. It's impossible to learn how to do Photoshop, is one of the fun things about it. Every day I have to look up another thing about Photoshop because there's no possible way you could just guess. Truly, it's the Dark Souls of drawing programs. We all know how I feel about Dark Souls. I bitch about it constantly. I feel like his eye color should be darker than the thing that I'm gonna do. Probably gonna do some more contrast on that. It probably won't take too long. Generally, these drawings don't take me all that long. Well, I hope they don't, because I have to do like 100,000 of them. I did finish that one though, so we have that going for me. And we're gonna... The commissioner got her thing. She was buying it for a friend of hers whose dog died. That was the dog in the thing. Apparently her friend really liked it, so that's good. And apparently she talked to like everyone she knew about it, so hopefully I get more customers. And also apparently she wants another one soon. Another commission, I mean. Okay. Slurping some juice over here. Here's the thing about doing art for a living, it's easy. Effortless, even. Also, every old person wants a portrait of their dog. Without fail, every single one of them wants one. Legally, you can't be an old person if you don't want a portrait of your dog. They ask you a questionnaire when you're getting old, and if you don't answer yes, then they just kill you. You see, some old people also have cats, and they want pictures of their cats. You have to want a picture of the animal, though. That's the primary thing. Where do I even start with this? Me, every time I do a piece of art, I have no idea what to do, even though I've done it 100,000 times. I've literally done like 5 of these, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, how? Are you and your cat similar in that way? You got no place to go. This is the story of a game. No. Me, every time I start a drawing, I have no idea what to do. You've got no place to go. I ended up making this one too dark on accident, so we're gonna have to be mindful of that. Make this a little bit blue. A bit lighter. So that we don't make it too dark. This is not Dark Souls, this is drawing. We're different most of the time. I've done drawings of Dark Souls. I've done one really good drawing of Dark Souls. I did one fan art of Gwendolyn. That was fine. No place to go. I love Julia's impression of the people in Dark Souls. She's so real. She's so right. They're obsessed with urns. Urn obsessed. This dog's chest goes like here, and then it goes like that. And it goes like this, and then it goes like that. What a gentleman. I'm kind of coming up with that part of it because it's not in the thing. Excuse my language. Oh, I'm dying. I'm at the end, lads. Every time I sneeze, I get a little bit closer to the grave. My lord. I'm watching Julia Souls, by the way, which is Secret Sleepover Society. Julia playing Dark Souls Remastered. I started playing Dark Souls because I saw her playing it, actually. And then I finished it before she finished her playthrough, because she played it like once a week for 2 hours, and I played it every day for 4 hours. Even though, you know, Ornstein Smoke took her 1 try, or like 4 tries, and took me 8 hours and most of my sanity. The vast majority of my sanity. No less than 90%. What? Bless you. Bless you, darling. Bless you. People love getting paintings of their pets, it turns out. I just did one of Grizzly for fun, though. You see, it's got the form. This dog has a lot of form to their face. I think this dog is a boy dog. Dogs can't really be genders because they're dogs, you know. But I say boy dog anyway. I gender dogs even though they don't have genders. They don't care. They're dogs. Doesn't matter to them. Dogs have no gender. They're just dogs, it turns out. I was writing my commission sheet, like the thing that tells them all the information they need to know, and good God, it's a lot of character. What game are you playing? Are you playing DS3? Damn, you're out of control. I like it when dogs have like their silver fox look. Make that more blue. There we go. I like this dog. This is a good dog. What was your Crusader run? What did you do for that one? It's funny to me how, like, people talk about how great the opening of DS1 is, And all the things that they're talking about, they're like, and it puts you in debt to Oscar, and that's great because it makes you feel like you owe someone something. And I'm like, I forgot about Oscar the instant he stopped being on screen. Oh, 17 hours ain't bad. I think I could finish, all the stuff in DS1 where they're like, oh, and it like brilliantly teaches you how to do this, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. The game couldn't teach me anything. I was too stupid for the game to teach me how to play it. The game was desperately begging me to figure shit out, and I was like, no. And there is some stuff that the game just doesn't teach you. Like, some weapons stop being good, and there's just nothing you can do about it. Like, they just stop being good because they're not good anymore, and that's it. And I didn't figure that out. I thought you could just, like, take a weapon and go to the end of the game with it. Hypothetically, you can do that, but it's also, like, impossible. It's hard, It's hard, Drink my juice. Drink my juice. Drink my juice. I should make him a bit smaller in the frame. Like that. It looks a little bit weird with this top area, but I can crop that. I just want to make sure that it's not taking up too much of the frame on either side, because then if the prints fuck up, it's gonna mean that like the tip of his nose is gone or whatever. One second. Let's need to finish that. Got a bod kind of like that. Like that. Okay, so this dog's neck is like really small. His face is like really close to the camera, and the rest of him is retreating away. He also looks very different in the two different pictures I have of him. Like in one of them he looks like a distinguished old gentleman, and the other one he looks like a baby boy. The one I'm drawing is the distinguished gentleman one, obviously. The thing about the enemies in DS1 is that they're just like so easy to dodge if they're working. Because a bunch of them are just like ungodly slow. Because the game is expecting it to be a newbie, so it's like letting you do anything. Jug. Juggums and juggums. I like how Julia still hasn't figured out the lock-on button. Isn't the ring in the thing the prisoner's shackle? Oh, with the life hunt scythe? Is that what you're doing, the life hunt scythe? Oh god. I just had pizza. You can't advertise more pizza to me. I'm gonna lose it. I hate advertisements. Drive me up the fucking wall. This dog is very dark, is what I'm noticing. Kind of dark dog sort of experience going on. I do like this look, honestly, with the brush strokes thing. Check out dog abstract. Oh, I'm getting called. My mom loves to call me when I'm in the middle of streaming every time I'm gonna. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go help my ma. I have to drop her off so she can do something with her boyfriend. It's his birthday, so, you know. One of the nice things about getting older is that, like, I don't... There's some people who are really funny. Cool. Cool. It's really annoying how often I have to leave and then just like be like, well, the stream's over for like 30 minutes. Fucking sorry, dude. Julia got instantly killed by the big demon boy. That's funny. Take a chance on me. Okay. I was listening to Take a Chance on Me earlier while I was cleaning. I love cleaning, by the way. I was cleaning. Sometimes it's annoying. Like, I find, like, poop really gross. Like, it upsets me how gross it is, which is the opposite of how it is for some other people. But for me, it's very gross. Not as gross when it's just like my family, like cleaning up our toilet, not that upsetting. When I see stuff in a public toilet, I'm just like, well, leaving, never coming back, bye. I was doing cleaning, because I didn't get it done this weekend. Usually we do cleaning on the weekend, but I was streaming, you may have noticed, and doing other stuff also, like doing that dog, making money. Making money. Take a chance on me. I'm begging with you, honey. Yeah, usually they are. I don't blame them for being like that. It's hard to keep them clean when so many people use them. But, you know, weirdly, bathrooms at, well, it's usually like, bathrooms at, what am I thinking? Gas stations are usually fine. I have been to some where I've just been like, nope, can't do it. Bathrooms at airports, excellent. Main issue is that they're huge. Some other bathrooms, bad. I've been to some bathrooms that have grossed me out, and most don't. But I just don't use public restrooms most of the time, just like by instinct. I don't. Take a chance on me. I'm begging with you, honey. I think really short-haired dogs might be harder to draw than other dogs. Then again, I am doing it. Yeah, it's usually I don't, but if I have to, I will. I haven't used a restroom at a Buc-ee's, I believe, but I have heard that the restrooms at the Buc-ee's are really good. Apparently they're famous for that. I just went to a Buc-ee's just to get my Buc-ee's mug and to confirm that I had indeed been there. Buc-ee's are very special to me because of Drawfee. Me repeating words. That's a fictional word from the language I made for descend. Means to descend. Most words in Tazen are by default verbs, and you have to use a certain prefix to make them nouns, which is ve. So veolivoa would be descend as a noun. And slau, which is piss. If you did veslau, it would just be piss instead of to piss. Sweating like a demon. I like dogs. Turns out I like dogs. What does your cat look like, Phantom, if I may ask? If I may be so bold. My cat growing up was like that, kind of. She was a very patient cat. I think she bit me when I was little. She grew up on a farm with a bunch of other cats that my grandma owned. And there was this one cat there that was named Patches, and she lived to be like 17, which is pretty old for an outdoor cat. Especially a farm outdoor cat, because half of them get carried off by hawks, you know. And she lived to 17, and she thought every cat around her was her kid. She also thought this about some of the dogs. So she would treat all of these animals, many of whom were much larger than her, as if they were her babies. And my cat in particular just hated it. She was like really mad about it. Because she's kind of like she has like a bitchy nature, you know. And that was when I was a little baby. Yeah, she's just you on a small scale. Take a chance on me. You got no place to go. One of the things I like about Dark Souls is that in it, you're like a nasty, terrible bastard, but so is everyone else in the game. Everyone in Dark Souls is a nasty, terrible bastard just like you. This already looks better. Probably get it looking pretty good in a couple hours. You could do this today. Probably. Solaire gets nasty. Do you know what happens in his late quest line? Because he definitely gets nasty in his late quest line. Not in a terrible way, but he is nastier, certainly. I like how the history thing at the side goes. Like, if we're saying a 1 for nasty is Solaire normal form, and a 10 for nasty is like, what's the nastiest fellow? Like, Bed of Chaos, maybe? Wait, what's the nastiest boss in Bloodborne? Some of them get pretty nasty. Ebritus. If we're saying a 10 is Ebritus, and a 1 is Solaire normal form, Patches is like a 6 for nasty, normally. If we're saying that, then Solaire in late questline is like a 7. This only happens under specific circumstances, though. Play the game. Or look it up. I ain't gonna tell you. It's one of those things you have to find out for yourself. Because when it'll happen, it'll hurt, and that's the important thing. It'll cause you harm. Physical, emotional, mental. It'll cause you a lot of different kinds of harm, and you need to feel it. My mother's calling. I might be going, so I'm going to connect to the Discord voice chat, and if anybody wants to talk on stream, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to turn off my mic, and then I'm going to Okay, I'm back. So here's the thing about Solaire. His dialogue isn't the nasty part. It's the things that happen that's the nasty part. It's like nasty in a specific way. Oh Lord, I have to get myself some water and then get back to drawing. So I'll just need a minute if you don't mind, and then I'll be right back. Grizzly, what if I stabbed you? Grizzly, what if I got you? Grizzly, can you imagine that? If I got you? Yeah, a head crab will do that to you. It's like conceptually nasty, though. Like, what happens to him as a person is nasty. Just fix the damn thing. Okay, it's working. Depression is a kind of nastiness, though, in my opinion. If you think about it. If you think about it really hard, like too hard, the nastiest thing is the human condition. Jacob is talking about the new player Souls experience in the video right now. But the thing is that my new player Souls experience fucking sucked. I was so depressed the whole time. The only reason I kept doing it was because I was streaming it. He's nostalgic for the very thing that I hated. I love being good at games. The new player experience I do miss. Hollow Knight new player experience. Excellent. Excelente. That was good. Dark Souls new player experience, miserable. I had a terrible time. Hollow Knight new player experience is really good. I remember that the one time Dung Defender killed me, I was like, I'm in love with this man. Like, I said that out loud to literally no one because I wasn't streaming. I didn't stream at that point. That was like the year and some before I streamed. I started streaming as a way to cope with being fucking lonely and depressed all the time. Now I have Phantom. I do not. Sigurd Sigbru. Like, how do you even get that in DS1? Can you get that in DS1? I don't think it existed in DS1. Siegmeyer. So yeah, it would be Sigurd in DS3. That is kind of funny. I do not miss the first Souls playthrough. You can watch me fucking get the closest I've ever gotten to just giving up on a video game ever since I played Unworthy the first time. Heh. Oh. Water. It's so good. How is it this good? It's so fun that now I can watch the VODs of like me absolutely losing my shit live with no one watching. Usually when I'm miserable, I just have to rely on my memory being good to know that I was actually miserable. But in this case, I can just check. Speaking of which, actually, I am going to go check. Good lord, there's a lot of VODs. Good God Almighty, there's a lot. About 168, YouTube says. And YouTube is always wrong. The first Dark Souls VOD It wouldn't be that one. Oh my god. There's 3 VODs that are all 4 hours long, and they're Orange Students Mode Day 1, Orange Students Mode Day 2, and Orange Students Mode Day 3. So that should tell you about how much fun I had with that. And there was a separate VOD for exploring Anne Orlando. That was a different one. I spent 16 hours in Anne Orlando. But I did it. By God, I did it. I nearly lost my mind, but I did it. Be rootin', be tootin', and by God, be shootin'. And that's what I did. The Painted World of Ariamis. God, was it only 7 days ago that we killed Soul of Cinder for the last time? A mere 7 days. It feels like it's been 1,000 years. And yet. Oh. Why is the voice acting? Why is it in DS1 that the volume is so quiet? Like for the voice acting in DS1, it's fucked up. You can't hear anything. Oh, it's so good. How is water even possibly this good? I've mentioned how good water is like 100 times now, but it's so good. It's really fucked up. You know, it's probably a little better. Yeah, this doesn't look bad. Take a chance on me. Yeah, probably. Julia is trying to parry literally everyone for some reason. In the playthrough I'm watching. One of the fun things about DS1 is that, like, if you do literally anything, you get hurled off a cliff and die. He's a rat bastard. I do this thing, like, where I tuck my right hand away, and I'm wearing flannel, right, and it's like a button up, so I like tuck it between like two of the buttons, and then I have my hand inside my shirt, and I just like rest it like that. I never use my right hand when I draw. I never use it for anything except I like have to like rip it out so that I can put in commands on my keyboard or use my mouse. But I always just like tuck it right back in once that's done. Got him. Enjoy the ice sounds. Or hate them, alternatively. Oops. That looks better. It's a game he likes to play. You look into his angel eyes, one look and you're hypnotized. He breaks your heart and you must pay the price. You look into his angel eyes. You think you're in paradise. Then one day you'll find out he wears a disguise. Don't look too deep into his angel eyes. Crazy about his angel eyes. crazy about his angel eyes. Abba has me fully in a death grip at the moment. I keep thinking of them. Abba. Ugh. Good God. I'm getting the burps. They're taking me down. It's kind of funny that the way I do this is almost more like I'm just like drawing until it looks like a painting. I don't really make brush strokes, I just go like Project Altered Beast Werewolf? Possibly. Can't tell you, but I can try. Project Altered Beast Werewolf. Oh, he's so ugly. Why does he look like that? Yeah. Oh, he's so ugly. Oh, man. Why does he look like he was photo bashed? I'll draw him. Sure thing. God, he's so... Look at this fucking guy. Why does he look like that? Why does he have a mohawk? I'm so confused. So he's got like a big angry eyebrow situation going on. And then like an eye. And it's glowing, which is neat. And he's got like that going on. And then he's got like a that. And then his nose is not like a dog's nose, so to speak. It's a little bit like a dog's nose. And he's doing a big snarl. He's so mad. Oh, he's so mad. And he's got big old teeth. Looks like that. He looks like a cartoon rendition of a real wolf. Like someone was drawing a wolf like from description, but they'd never seen one in their life. Or a dog. And I'm so scary, I'm a big wolf. Yeah. He's got his tongue. The tongue's normal. He does look really photo bashed though. And he's got like his lips. His like lips out, and he's got a big old fuzzy chin. And then he goes like this. He's got fur. Those are I don't like how those ears look. I do not like how the ears look, turns out, but I'll draw them anyway. They look like that. They're yeah. And then he has just the biggest mohawk you've ever seen in your life. So he looks like that. And that. He's got huge pecs. Like pecs you wouldn't believe. Big ol' strong. Got that. We'll draw him with anatomy. I'll add anatomy onto this man. God, the pecs are big. Like, he's like super bent over in the reference, so I'm just gonna draw, like, I'm gonna unbend him. And he has just the biggest arms you could possibly imagine. He looks kind of like Kratos from God of War. His fur is in like really weird places. Like he doesn't have any fur on his pecs. He looks like he has elephant skin on his pecs. And then the arms are really like that, kind of. He just kind of looks like this. His pecs need to be even bigger, upsettingly. Also, huge scar thing across here. I'm gonna need to shrink him so much to fit his mohawk in. It's got like a really this sort of situation. All of his abs are like just so out there. This is like him if he literally just chilled. If he wasn't so bent over and scrumbly, you know? What is going on with his legs? Those are, that's quite the legs situation, if I'm being quite real with you. Why does it look like he's got scale, like really weird scales on his legs? Okay, so, and now we get to the mohawk. Legitimately, it's like this. I really like it. Honestly, I really like it. It's really good. It's really good. I'm a big fan. Well, there's the werewolf. I did it. He's right here. You can look at him with your own eyes. How does this thing work? It goes like this. Should be like that, kind of. Crazy about his angel eyes. Angel eyes. No, don't do that. Please, thank you. Click that on accident so much. At least once a day. So he looks like that. His mohawk's even bigger, honestly. It's so big. It's like unspeakably big. He looks better in-game than he does in concept art, which is kind of hilarious. So this is our boy, Big Werewolf Man, with the hugest mohawk you've ever seen in your life. Well, there's your Project Altered Beast Werewolf, with his special haircut situation. He's chilling. He's got bad posture, though. That's his big issue. Bad posture. Enjoy. So he looks like that. This dog, on the other hand, looks like this. What does he look like? Dog. Deconstructed. Whoops. I need to put it back on the brush for the drawing. There we go. I hope you enjoy your Project Altered Beast Werewolf. Average teenager. Is that what you look like, Phantom? Do you suppose that guy just came in, watched me draw that, and then left? I think that might have been what he did. Does he just like go into every drawing stream he sees and asks them to draw that, and then leaves? Is he doing a social experiment? This looks pretty good, honestly. I like how like most of him is like a desaturated and then his eyes are just orange. Crazy about his angel eyes. Yeah. Average teenager in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm gonna listen to some music. Abba? Hit me with it. Hit me with Take a Chance on Me. Take a chance on me. God, why is this song such a fucking upsetting information? When the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. This is just a song about her, like, trying to convince a guy to date her. This is how I talk to people to, like, logically convince them to date me. I'm just like, okay, look, there are a lot of benefits. I can draw, and I'm a man, so, like, that's two whole things. What more do you want? You looking for your true love? Stop being an idiot. I'm already here. So much that I wanna do. When I believe I'm alone with you, it's maddening. I like how it looks like it's just empty there. If you change your mind, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. I keep looking at the chat and being like, did Phantom type kinda minus the wolf part again? Did he do that again? But no. Just whenever I look at it, it looks like a new text every time. I know you're not doing that, Phantom. You should type more so you don't gaslight me. You should type in the chat so I have company while I do this, other than Abba. What accompanies me when I draw? Abba. Just type in the chat a lot. Do the questions thing again. Which question were we on? Like 40 something, probably? I don't know. It's maddening. Should I ask you questions? That doesn't keep me talking, though. The issue with me asking you questions is that I'm not talking. Like, you're typing. And kind of the point of the stream is that I'm talking. And also, I feel kind of bad, like, having a viewer reveal his personal information, because you're just in the chat. I'm the one doing the stream. When I reveal personal information, it's like a purposeful thing. I understand the risks of it. What question do you have this time, Phantom? Come up with a good one. Hit me with a real zinger. Take a chance on me. Should sing this to boys to convince them to date me. I'm like, look, it could be worse. I don't know, man. Fuck. What should question 32 be? 33. Favorite YouTube content creator? And that, for me, is probably Drawfee. Big fan of Drawfee. Big Drawfee man, if you could say. Not if you could say. You could say. Waterloo. This is such a weird song compared to the other ones. Like, this is not like the other ones. What's your favorite content? A YouTube contentsman? My boy. H2O Delirious? I don't even know who that is. I saw Delirious and I thought Moist Critical for some reason. Charlie. The funny thing about Charlie is that you can just call him Charlie and people will know who you're talking about, even though it's a normal name. Like, I'll say, because I keep thinking, like, surely people won't know what I'm talking about if I just say Charlie, but then I'll be like, Moist Critical, and the person will be like, yeah, Charlie, what about him? And I'm like, cool. Waterloo. I really like watching him from time to time. I don't watch any of his YouTube drama ones. I just watch the gaming ones that he does. I watched the God of War ones. That was cool. Those games look like they're shit, though. I didn't either. I just learned who he was, I think, when he did a God of War video. And I was like, oh, this guy's cool. No, it might have been I think it was the DS3 video that he did. Like, he did a DS3 video, DS2 video, and it's funny, he'll, like, find anything to complain about in a game he doesn't like, and anything to praise in a game he does like. And that may sound familiar. The thing about me, though, is that I complain about games I do like and games I don't like, just in a different way. Like, when I'm playing Hollow Knight and I'm bad at it, I'm like, I'm just bad at this, man. Like, I've played it a lot, and I just can't be good at it, apparently. And when I'm bad at a game like Dark Souls, I'm like, this game is shit. There's no possible way I could be bad at it after 90 hours of playing. Genuinely, though, I do think DS1, at the very least, was more poorly designed than a game like Hollow Knight, which is excellently designed. Crafted by the hand of God himself. And by the hand of God, I mean the hands of a couple of Australians. Literally a couple. There were just two of them. Perhaps one of the most amazing things about Hollow Knight is that it was made by a pair of random fellows, and it's better than, like, every AAA game. Period. Combined. Better than every AAA game combined. Made by two fellows in their fucking basement. That's not true. It was made by two fellows in their rented office off the $30,000 they made on Kickstarter. And then they were like, oh, let's make Silksong, JK, we're gonna keep making it for literally forever. According, I believe the video Taco did was, like, calculated a February release date. That would make sense to me. Then again, every year in February we all go, maybe this is the year, and then it's not the year again. The Hollow Knight community is the community I feel the most kinship with, even though my participation in it is like me showing up every once in a while and me being a patron for one of the important mods guys. He makes the multiplayer mod, and I'm one of his patrons. There's this really funny thing that happened one time when I was talking in that Discord server where I was like, I don't like to spend money on frivolous things, and then someone screenshotted my name with the like patron role on it, and I was like, that's not frivolous. It's important. It's important for my community. I don't personally, from what I've seen of the guy who makes the mod, I don't like his personality because he seems like one of those like trollish, rude assholes, but like he's doing a good work. Maybe that's just his persona for dealing with being important, which I can't blame him for. This is a fun fact. This is what I'm like all the time. The things I do here, this is just what I'm like. I don't have different personalities for different events like a lot of people do. At least not on purpose. Oh, this is Chickatika. Fuck off. I don't want to listen to this Super Trooper either. Dancing Queen? No. God, Mamma Mia? Yeah. How? Do you have an issue? No, the advanced version of Two-Face is the Phantom of the Opera, dude. Maybe that's the pre-version of Two-Face. I've never seen Phantom of the Opera, but don't tell anyone. I've definitely seen Phantom of the Opera. I'm definitely not lying. I think the fact that I haven't seen it. I don't know if my mom knows. I haven't seen Chicago either. Sometimes my mom and my sister would like watch a movie and then like not tell me they were watching it, so I'd just be like, oh, I guess they watched that, and then I'd never like see it because I didn't watch it with them. Like Chicago, Phantom of the Opera, probably like a lot of different things, including Return of the King. Actually, I didn't see Return of the King. Wait, no, it wasn't Return of the King. It was The Two Towers, and I didn't see it until like 2 hours no, like 2 years after my sister saw it for the first time because they watched it when I wasn't with them. So I just didn't ever see it. Oh, wow, really? That's fun. I have not seen it, so I can't speak to its quality. I generally don't like movies that much, though. Or at least, like, they can be good, but I'm not going to watch them a lot unless they're really good. You know? Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. One more look and I forget everything. Whoa, Mamma Mia, here I go again. That's a pretty good dog. Just how much I missed you. Ooh, since the day we parted, did I ever let you go? Mamma Mia. hate most about action movies. This may sound trite. The objectification of women, probably. Generally, I like to bitch about women being objectified, like, a lot when I see it in movies. Like, when I watched The Mandalorian and the women Mandalorians had boob armor, I was like, why? I was so confused about that. Like, why do they... Why? It's just weird to me when stuff like that happens. And I don't like movies where everybody... It's like in The Fast and the Furious, where women are like objects that you go and pick up and they have like one skill or they die, and that's it. And I hate that. What's your least favorite thing about action movies? I also don't like genres of movies which are like always heterosexual, and I know that's a big ask, but it's one of those ones where like the men in it act really gay but they aren't. Or they'll be like really weird about gay people. I like things where men act gay and then are gay, you know? Whereas a lot of people seem to like it when men act gay and aren't gay, including gay people for some reason. Look into his angel eyes. Gaze into his angel eyes. I like that a little more. Having look and then look immediately following it feels, I don't know, it's functional. Sometimes it's easy to like get caught in the trap of like trying to make everything, all the words different. Sometimes I have to consciously make myself just make Photoshop. Why? I hit this one specific place on the screen and just teleports the screen to the corner of the monitor. Photoshop, please. I like how it looks like he has like a human cheekbone. Yeah. Sometimes, here's another writing thing that bothers me. When they make, like, when an author goes, okay, so here's a strong woman. She's strong, but she's still feminine. It's absolutely necessary that she be feminine because, like, they have to, like, have her femininity and, like, her femininity and her strength need to be, like, equal and opposite, or she can't be masculine or strong without also being feminine. But like in real life, there are women who are both women and butch at the same time, and that's like preferable to me than making every single strong woman love feminine things. Generally, I just like masculine characters, though. And the issue is, most of my favorite characters tend to be men because writers so rarely make masculine women. There's another thing on the list of things Axel likes to complain about. Add a tally to the list, lads. though it's hurting me. By the way, Phantom, you can add quotes of things I say if you want to with Nightbot. Just saying. I'm pretty sure you can anyway. You can always try it, just to make sure it works. I don't know if it works. I did set it up though, so hypothetically it works. God, I hate this song. Probably something like... Oh, I had to just sign my own chat rules. Cool. I just made those today. Yeah, so something like that. What am I doing? Quotes? Quote 1. Oh boy. Is the chat box on? Did the chat box get teleported? Oh, wait, what happened to the chat box? Why it not work? Hey, chat box? Okay, apparently the chat box function isn't working, so I'm gonna have to make a new one. How fun. Chat box. Yes, I just want it to look normal. Yeah, I'd put it here. Something happened to it apparently. Okay, now it's working. That looks atrocious. I'll just move it up. That'll work. That's fine. I think I'm gonna make the text stay up longer because I tend to wait a lot before responding to things sometimes. Source, yeah, that's fine. Font settings. I don't care. How can you change how long it stays up? How? What does this do? I think that just makes it stay up longer. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna put the quote up one more time, just to remind everyone. True facts. Apparently the chat box wasn't working for some period of time because we know the stream loves to stop working. The stream loves nothing more than to stop working when I'm not looking. The stream could get no more enthralled by anything except for that. It's the only thing that makes it feel alive. Yeah. Thing about the stream, hates working. It's something new every day where it's like, oh, and this thing doesn't work. And I'm like, but why? But why doesn't it work? And it's just like, I don't know, it just doesn't. It's like, cool, thanks. It's so helpful. It's a new thing every day. Sometimes it just like changes the settings of shit when I'm not looking and then like doesn't tell me. Like it'll automatically change which thing it thinks is the microphone, but the default thing it thinks is the microphone doesn't do anything. It thinks that like my headphones are the microphone or something like that. So then I have to change it back, but sometimes it'll just be like that, and I'll only notice when I realize that no one in chat is talking, and then I'm like, well, is there a reason for that, probably? is it right now? It's 10:30. The stream has been going on for 2.5 hours. Let's have it go on for 3. We'll do this more tomorrow. We can afford 2 days per dog. Don't go wasting your emotion. Lay all your love on me. A little small talk, a smiling baby, I was done. I still don't know what you've done to me. A grown-up woman should never fall so easily. This is how I feel whenever I'm attracted to a man. I'm like, me, a grown-ass woman, I can't believe I'm like this. What horror movies scared me the most? So here's the thing. I don't watch horror movies as a rule. However, I did see some when I was a small child. Aliens is more an action movie than it is a horror movie, but it is technically a horror movie, and I think some part of it probably scared me. But when you're a little kid... Wait, no. I know what scared me the most. That one movie where they're stuck in a little village at the center of a maze full of monsters, and they have to go through the maze full of monsters to find their way out into wherever it is. That movie. And it's like, it's about a bunch of teenage boys. That one scared the fuck out of me. Maze Runner, that scared the fuck out of me when I saw it when I was smaller. I kept thinking about it when I wasn't in the theater. That's kind of the point. That one scared me a lot. I was gonna say about Aliens that it scared me, but it actually didn't. Like, apparently no part of that movie scared me when I was little, because I was like, oh, why did that squid monster just burst out of the water and get that little girl? And my dad was just like, okay. Because little kids are scared by, like, weird shit. Because we're the most animals when we're little kids. So shit that, like, would scare you as an animal scares you when you're a little kid. But, like, stuff that, like, has no reason to scare you if you're an animal doesn't scare you. Like, a big squid monster? Who the fuck cares? There aren't big squid monsters in real life other than actual squid, and those don't prey on humans the most of the time, probably. But, like, you watch a movie about a big spider and you're like, holy shit, that's terrifying, because in our tiny godless monkey brains we're just like, well, spiders are scary because those can actually hurt us, whereas big squid monsters are not scary because they cannot hurt us. When the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. This looks pretty good. This part's a fucking mess, obviously, but... Take a chance on me. I haven't seen that one. The reason I don't watch horror movies is that I don't care for them. I don't care for movies in general, but horror movies especially not, because I just don't like feeling scared. And also, things don't scare me that much anymore. Like, just nothing scares me, really. Like, things can unnerve me, but I don't get scared. Things don't make me, like, cry, so... I haven't cried in, like, 2 entire years. So, like, I watch a scary movie and I'm like, okay, whatever. And sometimes movies like sacrifice everything at the cost of being scary. And when you don't get scared by them, you're just like, okay, cool. That was a neat movie, I guess. It wasn't really anything except it was trying to scare me and it couldn't, so. Fuck, water's good. Why is so good? Probably good because my body's like, oh yes, hydration. We're gonna listen to Take a Chance on Me. We're gonna listen to Alt J. Let's go. I fucking love this album of Alt J. Which album is this? This is actually 2 albums, I think. It's the albums An Awesome Wave and This Is All Yours. Back to back. No, aren't they? They're one album because they've got Blood Flood Part 2 is in This Is All Yours. Blood Flood Part 1 is in An Awesome Wave. Is that the only thing that connects them? Well, it's only an hour and 39 minutes with all of them together. I have so many memories of listening to this while playing Minecraft. This is like the tune of Minecraft in my brain. It does kind of sound like Minecraft music, honestly. I should probably queue up something for posting on Twitter tomorrow. Whoa, another porn bot followed me. How fun. Worst supernatural gift. Probably living forever. That would suck. Like, if you were forced to live forever. Having an exceptionally long life probably wouldn't suck, but if there was nothing you could do about living, that would probably suck. You know? I'm dying. 1, 2, 3. Like, you have to eat people all the time? That would probably suck. Well, you don't have to eat people. You just have to have a bit of a slurp, as it were. I don't think I posted this shit yet. Honestly, given that how much I like just being awake at night anyway, I wouldn't mind that much. I could be nocturnal. As long as I could see in the dark, I think I'd be fine with that. That might just be the Tazen in me talking, though. Tazens are naturally nocturnal. Or at least Waresi's ethnicity is. It's probably generally a Tazen thing. They are ambush predators. It's easier to ambush things at night. Humans are not ambush predators. Well, Twilight Girls, good point. Humans are kind of ambush predators, but I think, like, by nature, we're just walking predators. And by walking predators, I mean, like, wolves, where we just follow wounded animals until they get tired and we can attack them. I have to imagine that we evolved to do that. or to scavenge from corpses. And we're not hypercarnivores or omnivores, so we probably ate a lot of plants. I have to imagine it was a lot of following animals around and not a lot of ambush in early human days. Yeah, like wolves. Hyenas might be ambush predators. They're probably not, though, given the shape of their pupils. The reason cats have pupils that shape is that they're ambush predators, which means that they just like sit and wait for things. So you have to be able to sit and be able to see in a lot of different light, because the light could change, so your pupils can change really quick. And that's, I think, the reason why their pupils are shaped like that. Actually, I can look it up right now. I'm gonna get my fact checked real quick. Why are cat pupils shaped like that? Why cats have vertical pupils? Well, it's not like humans have horizontal pupils. Vertical slit pupils are common among nocturnal predators that ambush their prey, according to new research. Most likely, this pupil shape provides the sharpest way to gauge distance for a prey-snatching leap, the study found. Horizontal rectangular pupils sported by goats and sheep likely help these prey animals scan the horizon for predators and watch the terrain when sprinting from danger. Moreover, circular predators tend to be found on tall, active predators that are awake during the day. Or diurnally. Use the right word, gamers. Or crepuscularly. I love the word crepuscular. Yeah. He's like, I'll fucking get him someday. Here's the part of the stream where Axel looks up animal facts. Arguably the best part of the stream. Let's tessellate. Let's tessellate. Let's tessellate. God, these songs are good. They're like good in a fucked up way, honestly. They're good in a way that makes them feel like they're illegal. La 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 la. La 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 la. My love, love. The best supernatural gift. The thing I would want the most is the ability to fly like a bird. Legitimately, if I could go with anything, it would be flying like a bird. So here's the thing, there's probably a lot of like better powers that you could use to help people, but I don't like trust myself to do the right thing all the time. And you can do a lot of good with wings. Probably. Firefighting would be easier. You could access places that are hard to access. Just for like personal reasons though, I would like to be able to fly to someone's house swiftly so I can hang out with them. That'd be my wish. True, true. You should keep reading Bloodbath. I love you so, I love you so. Please don't go, please don't go. I love you so, I love you so. Please break my heart. Bobo the Booty Clown. That's the name of the Twitchman. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you whole. I love you so. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. Please don't go. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. Oh. There aren't enough werewolf movies. We need a Shape of Water movie for werewolves. It's a hot werewolf. Werewolves are already hot. It's man's best friend, but also man at the same time. Man's best friend, wolf. Do not take that statement seriously. It's a joke. Man's best friend is dog. You should not own a wolf. It's a bad idea. Bad for wolves' mental health to be owned by humans. Don't make me start the damn tangent again, or we're gonna start talking about polar bears. If you think about something too much, I will start a tangent about something that you don't care about, which is the magical part of being me. I always have something to say about something you don't care about. Oh, this song really reminds me of playing Minecraft. Which one is this one? Something Good. In the An Awesome Wave album. That's right, I'm a gamer. God, I remember this one time I was watching Patrick Rothfuss live stream, and he was playing Minecraft. It was beautiful. What a cool guy. I think I asked him a question like, how do you, like, plan your books? And then he just laughed and said, that's a bad question to ask me. Oh, Phantom. Don't even get me started, dude. You started me. You started me. Me realizing I'm on the wrong layer. It's a good thing I work in so few layers, or I'd definitely be on the wrong layer 100% of the time. Here's the fun thing about me. I have like
kind of, I don't know if this is ADHD brain or not, but like I feel like I have the opposite of ADHD brain, where instead of like topics in my brain changing constantly, it's that like they don't change, which may seem weird to you because you're like, oh, but actually, you start talking about random shit all the time. But in my brain, all of these things are intricately related by the thoughts I was having. Like when you said, "Oh, Solaire is like not nasty," I was like thinking the whole time, like the whole time I was in the kitchen getting more water, like how he was nasty, and I just didn't stop thinking about it. I've never once seen anyone else use this feature instead, like, other than me. Oh, something good. Oh, something good. Thing I wish all people just said what they meant. Like, even if it's bad, I would rather that people say what they meant and be 100% real. Yeah. Or my brain has like a train of thought. It's like always like a direct, obvious train of thought where it's like, well, this subject is related to this subject, which is related to this subject. Like I can trace them in my brain. It's just sometimes the connections I make in my brain are like weird or very personal. I think I might have something up with my brain that I haven't had diagnosed other than depression. I think I have been diagnosed with depression, but not like clinically. Like I'm certain that my therapist has diagnosed me with depression. I just like don't technically have it or something. Plus, it's a really like conditional thing. Under certain conditions, I'm incredibly depressed, and under conditions, I'm just fine. But like under those conditions, it's legitimate depression, not just I'm sad for a while. Like I've had parts of my life where I've just been so miserable, just unspeakably miserable, often for bad reasons. And my brain is just like, I just can't take it anymore. And I'm like, why? And it's like, oh, one bad thing happened. Okay. One bad thing happens all the time, brain. You can't keep doing this. My brain's just like, well, it sucks for you, doesn't it? Nice. I have a therapist. I've constantly had a therapist ever since I was like 8 years old. There wasn't even much wrong with me at 8 years old, honestly. I think my dad just thought I was fucked up because I was gay. I was stressed by things when I was a little child, but like a normal amount, about normal things. I just had different shit to worry about. But not like weird stuff, just normal things, a normal amount, but just not the things everybody else was going through at the time. Because my brain, like, jumped ahead on development like crazy. I remember seeing something really funny, which was like, It's really funny to me when people don't have a therapist, they're just out there raw dogging life. Yeah. They were like, okay, kiddo, here's the thing. I know your grandma died and that was like the worst shit ever, but like, you do need to speak. And you were like, damn, okay. You're like, if you insist. I don't think anything could get me to shut up, including my grandma dying. One time when I was in the car, and I remember this distinctly, I was in the car coming back from Minneapolis with my mom, and yeah, that was a long time. I was like, she was talking about how I don't fucking shut up. I think I brought it up, and I was like, okay, and then I stayed silent for an entire like 30 minutes, and then I was like, Mom, I was just silent for 30 whole minutes. She's like, yeah, you sure were, buddy. Because it just never happened, because I don't shut up. I've never shut up in my entire life. When I'm shut up, I'm deeply unhappy, usually. That's how you can tell. It has to be set further back in the head. This is for Matilda. Yeah. Natural quiet mode boy. Opposite of me. This is why one of us is the Twitch streamer and the other is the Twitch viewer. This is natural selection at play. We have the exemplary alpha male, me, period, and the beta male, you, period. I'm known for being very dominant and scary and other stuff, probably. And being very manly all the time. I maximize my manliness by having sex with as many men as possible. I like the one part of, what was it, Oathbringer, where Kaladin's like being homophobic or something, and then everybody in his crew is like, Kaladin, stop being homophobic, and he's just like, okay, cool. She needs you. This is for Matilda. Brandon has such a funny way of writing sometimes. Brandon Sanderson, I mean. Here's another one of those topic shifts. How did I get into homophobia? The short king and the tall mercenary. Yeah, exactly. You're my royal guard who I have an affair with, and the affair is that I bring you into my room and tell you all of my thoughts. And then you just sit there and you're like, damn. Here's the thing though, you do need to be buff to be the mercenary, so work on that. You're the royal guard. We're gonna have one of those AUs for the stream. We're gonna have a stream AU, if you will. A stream AU. I do like the idea of that. AU stream. Yeah, you just like I'm like, hey man, can you come over here? And my wife's like, damn it, I bet they're gonna go have sex. I can't believe this. And then you walk into my room and I'm just like, so have you ever thought about polar bears? And then you're just like, no. How's that one? Kind of fucked up, honestly. Damn it, why is this so hard? Me, whenever anything is hard in art, I can't believe this is hard. This is unbelievable. Disgusting. Art should be easy. Art should be easy mode for gamers. Easy mode for casual gamers, such as myself. A casual art gamer, if you will. You're just listening to me and you're like, yeah, okay, cool, cool. What about gay, vaginal sex party? How would you just get like so many trans men? That's what you would have to do, right? You just have to get like a lot of trans men if you wanted to have a gay vaginal sex party. That would be really fun. Revolutionary new vectors in having gay sex parties. Make the dog ripped? I already did that actually. 1 second. Sorry, buddy. I already made the dog ripped. This isn't the same dog, obviously. Someone else came in here and asked me to draw this and then left. So that was fun. I do like the name 20 Hot Men though. It's my ideal Friday night. Am I right, Phantom? Yeah. It is really funny to me when people pop in my stream to say one thing and then leave. Like, you didn't even have to come in to say that. I've never done that with a stream. Granted, I don't usually watch streams, actually. My Twitch stream, and I leave. I bet it's funny for Phantom, though, because he's the only guy who's always in the chat. Am I right, gentlemen? Let's keep them coming. Maximize the number of hot men. Phantom, why do you use that emote so much? La try. Bullshit pleasure. I might be playing to the wrong audience with doing this. Like, oh, I'm gonna go draw portraits of dogs for internet people, most of whom are gonna be 13. Statistically, we get a lot of 13-year-olds. And this is the kind of stuff that old people love. It does express an emotion. You use it a lot, though. There's certainly an emotion going on there, and it's something akin to, like, pain. Down in the middle. Granted, I do provide entertainment to Phantom in particular, and like no one else. Phantom loves watching me do this, and everyone else hates it. I mean, Phantom's probably not watching. He's probably just occasionally typing in chat when he thinks of something to say. Be quiet, who lies a hot man. Thanks. I make it with my technique of doing this. It's my patented technique. If you want a drawing of your dog like this, pay me $80 at this very instant. I'll do it. If you like the sound of me singing, then you can be the third person ever to like it. Right after Phantom and my mom. And also you can watch the stream without wanting to kill me, so. Usually it doesn't sound like that. Yeah. The 4 white boys of Phantom. You can tell Phantom by which white boy he is at the moment. He has big, like, I see nothing energy right now. Wait. What is my account icon? Probably not. No, it's definitely not. 1 second. What's my account icon? Oh, no. No. I am not that attractive, and I'm also not Asian. I am white. And I'm not hot. Unfortunately, I'm not hot. I don't have long hair. That's the kind of man I'm attracted to. Please see quote 1 for ideal man. Do exclamation point, quote, space 1. We just figured out how to make that work again. Which is to say, I just remembered how to do it. That image is... Let me find it. It's this. What's this? It's the crop of his head from this drawing I did in January. This is my favorite man. My personal favorite man. Yes. Same. You can tell by the way I draw him. Isn't that funny? Like, popping between those two things, like, here's a hot, like, basic colored pinup to this. M-O-N. I need to mix some warm tones in some places. The two modes of Axel. Cyan. Cyan. Exhale. The thing about singing is that you'll. No. You mustn't. You mustn't is the issue. Do the heart. To the heart, to the heart. M-O-N. Oh, this is Blood Flood. Let's go. I just realized it was Blood Flood. Flood, 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 flood. To the heart. To the heart, to the heart. To the heart, to the heart. Well, Hotman, if you follow, you'll be follower number 47. I only have to have 3 people left before I can have channel points be a thing. And then Phantom can probably, like, get me to do something every once in a while as a treat. Just saying, I have streamed for about 614 hours, which means I get an average of 1 new follower per what? Like 1 new follower per 60 hours of streaming, which feels unfair. And yet I stream. I game, though it causes me great pain emotionally. Plus, think of all the benefits. You could listen to me talk for hours, endless hours. Okay, cool. Have a good run from the cops. I hope they don't catch you. Fuck the police. I have spread you into my eyes. Excuse me. You can have both. It's too small. Isn't it funny how there's like some public figures that people will just like find any reason to hate them? Like, oh, Keffals was rude to a black woman once, therefore racist. It's just like interesting to me. Like, what do these people do in real life? Like, do they get this bitchy about real life people or just online people? By the way, I kind of know about the Keffals thing, like, against my will. God, I feel bad for her. Shit she's gone through. Too busy laughing at the haters. I can't help but, like, think of things a lot. Like, I think a lot, which is one of my greatest flaws. I think so much, and I remember nothing. I can't help but think of things through, like, every lens. Like, when I'm examining a person, a conversation, anything at all, I'm thinking about, like, as if I'm doing, like, an English paper, I'm thinking about the lenses of, like, gender, sex, race. Like, my brain is, like, going haywire thinking about this shit for no reason at all. I forgot the outro to Terra was like 40 seconds long. Handmade. I like how 20... Yeah, I don't. I never stop thinking. My brain goes nuts. It's just always like that. I live in hell. It's a hell of my own making. A prison of my own body. There are some things where I think a lot, like endlessly, and some things where I don't think at all. Oh, here's a funny story about Lith. Do you want to know another funny story about Lith? God, I have a lot of those. So this one time he got in an argument with his brother, and I don't know what it was over. I think they just argued because like Lith made dinner and the other one wasn't helping or something like that, or he made dinner and the other one refused to eat it, or I don't know, can't remember. But like after he was done arguing, he like stormed off, went to Walmart, bought some gum probably, and was texting me in the car, and he was like, I don't know what to do. I think my relationship with my brother will be irreparably damaged because he's not used to dealing with conflict, because in his culture, conflict is something that should always be avoided. By his culture, I mean Mormon culture. They just don't fight about anything, because the second you start fighting about something, it becomes a problem, and problems are to be avoided at all costs. So he was fighting about that, and he was like, well, what if my relationship with my brother is irreparably damaged? What do I do? What do I do? I was like, here's Lith, apologize. And then he'll apologize. And Lith was like, oh. Then he did that, and he was like, it worked. And I was like, yeah, it sure did, didn't it? It's just so funny to me how stuff like that happens. Like, it didn't occur to him to just apologize. People who can't apologize drive me up the fucking wall, dude. People should apologize more and talk less. And I know it can be uncomfortable, but I've done it. I've apologized more than once even. And apologizing is always better than just being like, well, nothing happened. Because something did happen. Sometimes apologizing doesn't do any good. Like with my sister, if I apologize to her after I do something, then she's just like, you're faking it. You're not really sorry. All I could do is apologize and then have her be mad at me because nothing can make her less mad once she's mad. But most of the time it does actually do good. Even if you think it won't. What's going on here? I like my art layer. This is the layer where art happens. It looks pretty good. Good day one. Good day one. Alright, I think we're gonna call it today for that. I'm gonna go to bed. We've been doing this for 3.5 hours. That's a half hour longer than I said it would. And it's 11:30 and I'm grumpy and I'm tired. And it's bedtime, but it's Phantom's bedtime too. Oh. Yeah, it is. That is hard, but like, here's the thing. The way you phrase being sorry, like if you phrase being sorry as like apologizing for making someone upset rather than apologizing for what you did, then I think that's better. Like, if you're apologizing for what you did, that's disingenuous. But if you're sorry for making someone else feel bad, that's genuine. That's a good thing to be doing. You should be sorry if you make someone else feel bad, even if you were right to do it. People ideally should be happy, but just not all the time. People shouldn't be happy all the time. That's weird. If you phrase being sorry as, I'm sorry I made you upset, and not, I'm sorry I was also wrong, then you can, like, assuage your own mind guilt for apologizing for something you don't actually feel sorry about. Like, if in your own mind, well, you should always apologize because you like feel bad, right? You shouldn't apologize just because you're expected to. You should feel bad. Like, if you tell children to apologize because they did something bad, like, children don't know to feel bad when they do something bad. So they should learn to apologize so that later they can learn to feel bad when they do something bad. But when you're an adult, you do just have to think about it and remember why you should feel bad about doing bad things, because otherwise you won't remember. And, like, you should. It can be hard to perceive other people as human because we can be really isolated or really hard to deal with, or we can just be assholes, but like, we need to perceive other people as people, and we need to feel sorry for making other people sad. That's important. And we shouldn't feel sorry, or we shouldn't say we're sorry for things we're not sorry for. Like, oh, I'm sorry I was right and a genius. Like, I'm sorry me being right and a genius. Well, obviously don't actually say this. But I'm sorry that I made you feel bad is a different thing than saying, I'm sorry you were right. Sometimes you will have to say, I'm sorry you were right. And it's important to be able to say that too. But sometimes also you'll just have to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you upset.
Okay, that was 11, 12. Yesterday we had Earth Genasi. We're gonna do thumbnails. Let's go. The only thing we had on the 13th was Tenna. So I think we're gonna just zoom in on our eyes like we did for the thumbnail for that one dog. She looks like the damn Mona Lisa up in here. Damn queen. Save that, that's a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail if I've ever seen one. 22, 11, 13. It's a JPEG. It's like typed in commas. Ah, going crazy. I'm going goblin mode. Okay, now we need to. Well, we should make one for today, probably. Did I make a JPEG of this yet? I should do that. Bobo. My good dog. And then we're just gonna pop Bobo in here. Kind of harder to fit him in here, honestly. I think we can just grab this and do that and do this. Wait, it's too close to the air. There we go. And do this. And save those as JPEG. 11, 15 it is today. There we go. And we're just gonna pop that in a group for itself. 22, 11, 15. Do that, and go to Hollow Knight. God, did we only get to 16 videos on Hollow Knight? Pathetic. Okay, now I'm gonna find a good thing that happened in the Hollow Knight video. And I'm gonna go Hallelujah, Hallelujah. When did we get Swim? Okay, Hive Blood. Hallelujah, Hallelujah. What was something funny that happened in the stream? Good God, I was getting my ass beat. I like how when I'm fighting something in Hollow Knight, I just refuse to stop hitting it. Kinda got my ass handed to me a lot. This is Mia Smollett. God, I'm so cute. Such a cute little guy. Sometimes in Hollow Knight, I go from like the greatest gamer who's ever lived to like a complete dumbass in like 20 seconds. Like sometimes I look like I'm parkouring like I'm a pro, you know? Damn. So did I, gamer. So did I. I've discovered the man like no other man. And hope is on the right one I can. Oh. Grizzly was not actually howling, I'm sorry. Federal. Fuck off. My hard drive. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. God, Hollow Knight's pretty. Look at this. What the fuck? One man made all the artwork in that game. Isn't that fucking crazy? That should be illegal. It shouldn't be possible for one man to do this. It should... Someone should outlaw it. I'll outlaw it. It simply shouldn't be allowed. It's unfair to the rest of us. Save? This file has so much shit in it. This file's like, God, I want to die. Okay, well, anyway, we should probably end the stream because it's 3.5 hours long. And who wants to watch a stream that's 3.5 hours long? Right, Phantom? Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna have a good day. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna go to bed, though. Bye-bye.